Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to take a trip down memory lane. So let's rewind and rejoice.
I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now.
In an incredible feat of perseverance and grit, authorities report that the organization known as BOT reaches their 10th anniversary serving the visual effects industry. The organization was created in 2008 by 3 entrepreneurs, Hitesh, Shreyans, and Deepak, seen here showing off their butts, which sources say symbolize their big-ass ambitions. In July of 2008, the trio met at a modest Adyar hotel called Nikitna to draft up plans for a visual effects services company. With the company's initial focus being rotoscopy services, they chose the name Rotobotic to symbolize the swiftness and precisions of robots. Within months, they established a small 950 square foot office in an ordinary building in T Nagar. It was so tiny that its small kitchen served as the de facto server room. They soon recruited their first artist, Tiju, along with a supervisor, Nishit. Meanwhile, the chief instigator, Hitesh, who was based in the US, managed to recruit Hetal, their first producer. New to the visual effects world, Hetal had many questions and doubts, but Hitesh managed to clear her doubts. At the same time, Hitesh managed to get their first project. The company's growth took off with Harry Potter's broom. They were asked to do green screen extraction and cleanup for the Harry Potter ride at Universal Studios' Wizarding World. With growing amount of work on the project, Rotobotic quickly added several more roto artists, including Rajesh, Ravi, Mahesh, and Sajid. With more work came the need for higher volume of data transfer with the clients. This partly involved walking hard disk drives back and forth to a local data center. As the data transfer and IT systems got more complicated, the company wisely made the decision to bring on a capable systems manager, Matthew, who brought order to the systems. In early 2009, after several smaller projects, came a big film project, Invictus. The film was about how Mandela leveraged rugby to unite his country. The company was asked to work on a large number of roto shots. Invictus taught the team that roto is not so black and white after all. It's full of motion blur and hairy details. 2D supervisor Shankar joined in the middle of 2009 to help the company rise to the challenge. After delivering exacting work on several hundred shots, the company earned a solid reputation that continued to grow over the years. In early 2010, after a lot of soul searching, the company found its core identity. Rotobotic became simply BOT, and the rebranded company adopted a quirky personality that it never outgrew. By the middle of 2010, with BOT's continued growth in reputation and artist count, they moved into a modest but artfully decorated 3,400 square foot office space on RK Salai Road. The office is not far from the most famous beach in Chennai, but that hardly matters since the artists are essentially zombies preferring to work in the dark and keeping long hours in the office. At about the same time as the move, BOT recruits Govardhan to head up its newest department, MatchMove. Starting in 2011, BOT undergoes IT security audits and assessments from many of the major studios including Fox Studios, Paramount, Deluxe, Disney Marvel, Warner, Sony Pictures, and MPAA. In 2011, all 3 departments, Roto, Paint, and MatchMove, are in full swing when the company decides to pursue stereo conversion support on a very large project, John Carter of Mars. With a scope involving several thousand person days of work over a 9-month period, BOT deploys every man, woman, child, dog, and robot to the project. The project delivers with a big sigh of relief, and the team celebrates by taking up an entire theater in Chennai to watch the movie on its release date. At the beginning of 2013, BOT has mushroomed to nearly 100 employees and now occupies 2 separate offices. BOT counts among its clients some of the biggest players in the visual effects industry, including DNEG, Digital Domains, Scanline, Method Studios, Luma, hybrid, and rodeo. It had built a reputation not only for roto, but for exceptional paint and match move services as well. By the end of 2013, the company moves its offices once again, now into a 9,500 square foot space in an IT building in the Guindy area of Chennai. When Sony's ImageWorks India closes down their operation in early 2014, BOT seizes the opportunity and buys out most of its IT assets and adds some key staff. Chirag and several others join the ranks of BOT. Later in 2014, BOT holds an internal short film festival where the team gets to show off their storytelling abilities. The winning entry is an amazing public service message that tugs at the heart. In 2015, BOT wins the Ficky BAF Award along with its client Image Engine for their work on the movie Chappie. In 2016, BOT sponsors a team trip to London for the early employees of the company called the Pioneers. As seen here, the team fully immerses in British culture. Sukumar joins BOT in the middle of 2016 as the head of production to help streamline the increasingly complex production management. At nearly 200 people strong at the beginning of 2017, BOT moves its offices one more time, this time into a single office building called the Libera Towers, where it occupies 27,000 square feet spanning 4 floors. At around the same time, Zamir joins as the new creative head of the facility to help further develop its existing departments and expand the compositing service. Today, the facility is bustling with over 300 people and plans to add more office space in the building. 4 departments deliver work on hundreds of shots on dozens of projects for dozens of clients at any given point in time. BOT has been able to accomplish so much because every moment of every day, team members move as fast as you see here.
Over Dusseldorf. Dussels are dozing. Your eyelids so heavy, they're drooping. Close it!